Hello everybody, it's 11:30 a.m. on Sunday, March 31st, 2024. It's Artem here. It's the last day of Q1, beautiful sunny day out there. And today we will be talking about top 5 things you absolutely must ensure you do when onboarding a new client at your agency. Ensuring a seamless client onboarding experience is crucial for setting the right tone for your relationship with a client at your agency for whatever service you're providing. Without further ado, let's dive straight into this. I want to keep this video short and sweet and give you guys as much value as possible and give the rest of the day back to you. So here are top 5 things you must do to prevent churning your clients in their months 1. The first item on the list is setting clear expectations for the onboarding experience and beyond. From the get-go, you should clearly communicate to your client what they can expect during the onboarding process and beyond. I cannot emphasize how many times I've seen this burning the agency and the client, both sides of the business, during the onboarding process when the expectations around certain things or certain timelines were not clearly communicated and client had higher expectations than what agency could provide him to as far as service goes. And that's where misalignment resulted and clients didn't have the best possible onboarding experience. They were frustrated and they were leaving very shortly after just getting started with that agency, maybe 2-3 months later, but they never stayed long term whenever that happened. From the get-go, you absolutely must clearly communicate all of the deadlines, deliverables, project blockers, and limitations that can slow down the progression of the task at hand. Setting realistic expectations helps to remain on the same page and prevent finger pointing from both agency and a business in the future. It's extremely important, so you do want to ensure that expectations are set from the very beginning and everybody is aligned on them. And if there's any sort of misalignment, you do want to communicate with the client about this and you want to make sure that you're on the same page before you proceed any further. It's of utmost importance. The first thing you want to do is set clear expectations. Second thing on the list, thorough business discovery and assessment of your client's business, ideal customer profile, ICP, or in other words, target buyer persona. You and your team want to take the time to conduct a thorough review of your client's business, their operations, goals and objectives, target audience, any competition, as well as any marketing activities on other channels that are not owned by you or your team. Let's say if you do email marketing, you do want to review what client is doing on their organic social media side as well as paid social media advertising side. And if they do have any presence on other marketing channels like Google or YouTube or TikTok or Snapchat or Pinterest or whatever the channel is, you want to review that as well and make sure that the message you're delivering is cohesive with the brand story and authenticity, but also leveraging direct response principles to drive conversions. So make sure to analyze client's business model to understand all of the pitfalls and all of the wins that you can highlight when writing the copy or speaking to the target audience of your client in order to convert them. Conduct the ideal customer profile analysis, the ICP analysis, understand the target buyer persona of your client, understand their pain points, desires, fears, wants, needs, all of those things you have to understand. You have to create a matrix potentially even to really analyze the ICP of your client's business, and then ensure that the copy or the messaging that you're using in all of the copy for ads or creatives for ads or landing pages or copy for emails and social media posts does speak to the particular target buyer persona, leveraging those key emotional principles of pain points, emotion. Like you want to invoke emotions and tell the story. That's how you'll be driving the conversions. So you do want to analyze this stuff and you want to understand the emotional drivers of the behavior of the target audience of your client's brand. And another thing that I would like to highlight once again is this will help to ensure that you're on the right path in presenting the brand story authentically while leveraging the direct response principles and speaking to emotions of the target audience in order to drive the conversions into the new buyers on a daily basis profitably. Third item on the list, customized onboarding plan. Every client is unique and they have unique pain points, unique desires, unique challenges, and it is your job and your team's job to ensure that they get personalized treatment during their onboarding experience. You and your team would want to develop a customized onboarding plan, leveraging the insights you have gathered during the discovery process for the client's brand. You can leverage some sort of template that you might be implementing across all of your clients, but make sure to update it with relevant client information and personalize the target audience settings, the verbiage, all of the things that would be unique to that particular brand for your new client. And what you really want to do in this customized onboarding plan is to include the steps, the milestones, the key activities that will be involved in transitioning your new client to your services smoothly. Personalizing the onboarding experience in order to suit your new client's unique challenges and needs really shows your commitment to their business success and helps you create this amazing first impression that will help to retain these clients long term for years to come. Item number 4 on the list: regular communication and progress updates. A simple but often overlooked step, unfortunately. You do want to ensure that your team and yourself are communicating with your new client frequently, ideally on a daily basis or every few days basis, to keep them in the loop of the project progress, any blockers or limitations, as well as ensure that you're staying aligned on the goals and objectives for the client's business. Ensure that you provide consistent updates on the completed tasks, key milestones, as well as next steps for both your side or your team and the client's side and client's team. Proactive communication with your client's team helps to foster transparency, trust, and build a relationship that will be key to retaining your clients long term. Because you do want to show that you're an integral part of their team, and consistent, regular communication will show you that you're with them every step of the way, not just when client needs you to stay on top of it or when you want to stay on top of it. It needs to be really every single day, and you want to be ensuring that you're providing that consistent support. Finally, last but not least, item number 5 on the list: feedback loops for a continuous improvement of your agency's services. That is something that my partner and I are still working on implementing in our own agency, but you do want to have some sort of feedback mechanism loop that your clients can use to provide feedback. You want to set up some sort of Google survey form or Get Meta survey and then share the link with them to gather their input about the onboarding experience and how they feel about your services and results they've been getting in the first 30 to 60 days of working together with you and your team. What you want to do is, once you collect that feedback, is you really want to actively analyze it, identify areas for improvement, and update your standard operating procedure documents, SOPs, that you're leveraging in your team internally for client onboarding, with that piece of information to continuously improve the client experience during the onboarding process and beyond. And this dedication to delivering an exceptional customer service and working to continuously improve the service for new clients shows the commitment of yourself and your team, as well as shows the evidence that you are becoming an integral part of your client's business when it comes to driving the results, the revenue, or whatever it is that you're providing to a client. And this ultimately helps you to retain them long term. I probably shouldn't mention that, but you have to understand it. We will have another video that will talk about the retention strategies, but this video was really covering the main things that you must do to ensure a seamless onboarding experience. And the onboarding experience is ultimately the first pillar of providing an excellent customer service that will help you retain your client base. Providing an excellent customer service is really essential for expanding your client base, which will then be responsible for increasing your monthly recurring revenue, MRR, and then ARR and beyond. To summarize, this were the top 5 things that you must do to ensure a seamless client onboarding experience at your agency. Number 1, prioritizing clear expectation setting during the onboarding. Number 2, doing a thorough discovery of your client's business and doing an assessment of their ideal customer profile, ICP / target buyer persona. Number 3, providing a personalized / customized onboarding plan. This clearly outlines next steps, key milestones, and activities needed to achieve the results and stay aligned on the client's goals and objectives. Number 4, consistent communication and regular progress updates. And then number 5 is a feedback loop for a continuous improvement of your services at an agency for future onboarding. So that's a wrap up for today. If you liked this video, please drop a like below and also leave any comments or questions in the comments section and let us know what types of videos you would like to see in the future so we could put them on our roadmap. Thank you so much, team. I'll talk to you in our next video. Peace.